Guys, so it is happening. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a tarot reading for Aries for the beginning of July 2017 to the 15th of July. Ooh. Cards are going a bit smooth. They're being shuffled. Quite nice. But yeah, so let's see. What they say. Sorry, it's going to take me a while to shuffle. And this is my first one. So I'm naturally really nervous. Anyway. Okay, I think they're ready. Okay. So in the current situation that Aries is in is the Four of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups represent a man usually depicted underneath a tree, sitting with these cups in front, and it's usually about contemplating opportunities. But the guy can't really see them because he's closing his eyes and his arms crossed. He doesn't really want to go anywhere. He just wants to sit under this tree. But by doing this, he's actually stopping himself from getting loads of opportunities. He's not taking any risks. He doesn't want to take any risks. So the current situation that the Aries are probably feeling at the moment is that they're becoming more and more aware there are opportunities around them and surrounding them, and they can kind of see how they've potentially been procrastinating some of their projects, some of the things that they've been doing, and potential opportunities that they would have had may not be actually there anymore. So the procrastination, I think, is becoming to an end. So whether you guys have been chilling or really not been pushing yourselves much too lately, or you've just been kind of slightly, I don't know, on your own, I guess, with it, because he is sitting underneath his own, and it's underneath his own on the tree. But I would also say Four of Cups tipped over is the opportunity where maybe what you've been doing is not letting out some of these emotions, and perhaps you've been by procrastinating, you haven't really been dealing with things properly. In crossing it is the Magician. So I quite like the Magician card because the Magician card actually states in this situation that you have everything available to you. You know, you have all the skills, you have all the qualities, you have all the knowledge. The Magician is able to surprise your friend. Well, the Magician quality is being able to surprise others, your friends, your family, and effortlessly do it because a magician knows the trick. A magician knows how to surprise people. So what I'm questioning in here is, why are you procrastinating something when it's not actually going to take that much physical effort for you to do it? You may feel like, oh God, you know what, I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough for it, but you are. And the Magician card crossing you here is telling you that you are. Now, this, you know, it's something that can be done. It is an easy thing for you can do. And by the looks of things, the control is actually in your hands. It's not in destiny, it's in your own actions, it's in your own doings. And you can't expect for opportunities to come out, and you can't bite the hand that feeds you when you're not willing to, try it. But I think now you're at a point where, hang on, these opportunities are coming and I'm good at it. Why not? And you need that mental attitude of the why not? Why can't I do it? So the previous card is the Prince of Cups reversed. So for all the Aries who are looking on any kind of advice on love at the moment, it could be that a cup has been tipped over. The guy who seemed really kind of charming, really emotional, really sincere, might have gone completely poof on you, may have suddenly disappeared, or might have turned out to be not this really nice person, I would guess. Because as you can see, the Prince of Cups has got Scorpio here, and Scorpio kind of really intense. Really, really intense characters. But then I also like to mention on the fact that you've got a snake up here. Snake going up. And that could mean that your health might had in the past, or quite recent past, not gone quite too well. And this might have gone for a turn to the worst. So you received that kind of news, which would make sense if you had been procrastinating things, because maybe you haven't been physically ready, maybe mentally up there you have, but your body might not be. So obviously this depends to other people who are watching this, but yeah. Anyway, let me go on to the card that is crossing your previous card, so your previous history. And then you got the Three of Wands crossing. The Three of Wands is actually quite a nice card, because it's where the planning and the plotting and the idea have come together, but it's the waiting game. So you know what you want, and you knew what you want and you knew what you need, but it's the waiting game. And that really would actually coincide with the Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups, you're not really doing much. So you may actually be feeling, where are these opportunities coming from? This is such a good idea. Why isn't it going? And the impulsivity of it and the planning and all that, you might be feeling a little bit of a letdown. So my advice, looking at this, would be the fact that you've waited, and now the opportunities, the procrastination that you might have been doing, or feeling like you were procrastinating, or feeling like you weren't able to do what you wanted to do, is in your hands. You are able to control what's going to happen. And maybe you need to look at it from a completely different angle. Maybe you need to look at it at a completely different standpoint, perspective perhaps. So over the next 2 weeks, it's sounding like there's going to be a little bit of movement. Not too much though, but you need to look for your own kind of insight with this, because I think you know what you want. I think I know what you need. And I think that you've got to understand that by procrastinating, pick things off, you can't get it like that. As much as we may want things now, in reality, in life, it's going to take a while. But the final kind of result, so hopefully by the 15th of July, we're going to have this Princess or Page of Swords come in. Page of Swords is beginning to control mental activity up there, because swords are all by all the air signs, so Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, and have I just completely forgotten all my star signs at once? I'm sorry. But any air sign activity. So there might be a bit of mental activity going up on here, but it'll be the sense where the page hasn't mastered it. It's only kind of gaining a few odd skills. It's like when you're in an apprenticeship, you only know little bits and pieces. You're not like a CEO. You're at the foundation. You're building your foundations of mental growth. So it might be that controlling your emotions will be kind of improved. And it might be actually looking at the Magician card over the Four of Cups. It might be that you're overthinking things too much. It might be that you have got everything you need, but you're doubting yourself. You're putting way too much self-doubt into your actions, and you just need to do it. And I don't know about you, but Aries, they have the horns. You have the horns, right? You can just go new and do it. And I think because you've probably looked back and you've done that and you're like, no, I want to plot. No, I want to plan. I want to make sure that I get this right. You're not giving yourself the opportunity that you might have had just with that spur of energy, that spur of the moment. You don't know who you might meet. You don't know what connections you're going to gain. And by sitting around and worrying and worrying and worrying, you're actually putting it off. So if you have got a good plan, if you have got a really good idea, just do it. Just go for it. Because you might be that you're just overthinking things and you're only going to put it off and you're only going to prevent yourself from moving forward. But I hope that was really helpful, my Aries friends. This is my first tarot reading on this channel, so I thought I'd put you guys first. Please do subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching.